Hey guys, this is Zoli here from Ektomorf, and you are listening to the Dan Chan Show on Hard Rock Hair Radio. Stay metal.
I'm reborn. Hey Zoli, how are you, my friend?
Oh, good, man. How about you?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for asking. So how's things in Hungary? You know, how's your country handled the pandemic up to now?
Well, it's the same. I think, like for everyone. Maybe we got a little bit tougher rules here because, our president pretty famous for being not too kind. But
Oh, really?
But anyway, yeah. But it's all right. I mean, and I'm not really. I don't really care about politics and all this shit because I think it just would make my life heavier than as it is already with problems. So, but we got curfew 8 o'clock, which I never keep. I just go whenever I want. Don't give a fuck. And we got the mask on the street and things like that. But we start to getting used to it. If you can call it used to.
I know it's the same everywhere, isn't it? It's the same. So to the band, then you've just released the awesome Reborn. It's been on rotation. Your 15th studio album. You keep managing to deliver the goods, and this one certainly doesn't disappoint. It's getting some great reviews, and you must be pleased with the response, right?
Well, first of all, thank you very much. I'm really glad you like it, and it's good to hear that you just put it on the rotation. And it's it's been the 15th album, and probably if you know the band for a while, then you should see that it is different. It's different than the albums we had before. Although the Fury was already kind of like showing that Ektomorf is going this direction, more like thrash metal, and I'm pretty happy with the result, first of all, because this album been done for a while by now.
Yeah.
And also, but I'm really happy is the feedbacks.
Absolutely.
It's amazing, really amazing.
It's a fantastic album. I mean, already one of the albums of the year. Already in January.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you so much.
So how do you feel like the bands you just mentioned? How do you feel that it's evolved over since '93 when you first started? How has it evolved?
Well, it's been a long journey, and like you said, '93, and I don't know, man. Probably just always been in the right time with the right music and working with the right people.
Yeah.
Not always, but mainly.
Yeah.
And of course to be very passionate about what you do, and it worked out. I have some days, especially now. With this fucking pandemic, that you have time to think, So actually, I just think sometimes over that how it got till here. It is fantastic, man. I mean, I just got reviews from all over the world, like from you, from actually I can say that for all parts of the world, like even from South America, and everybody loves that, man. I mean, not everyone, of course, but those people love this kind of music, and that's just awesome. And I don't know how it got to here, but I think one thing is for sure: hard work and never give up.
Exactly. So the album, I mean, there's a couple of standout tracks for me that I want to ask you about. What's the significance with the track Reborn? I mean, a lot of people can reason with that track and that kind of lyric, and also Smashing the Past too. It gives like a Phoenix from the Flames impression.
So Reborn is actually it's the song that I worked a lot on it. This song was long. It was a lot longer. I think it was close to 8 minutes.
Yeah, really.
and it didn't have the clean part in the middle you hear now. It was not there. But I was just messing around with stuff. So actually, this time when I wrote this album, I put a lot more time and energy in the writing. And I think it's worth it, man, because it just turned out good. So Reborn is just the song we on purpose put out as a first single with Napalm Records, because they said that, and I say the same, that represents a lot of changes we have, and I love the clean part. I really love the clean part with the solo, with the harmonies and melodies, because we never had that before, And although I always loved it, but somehow it never came out. And Smashing the Past is the first song which I wrote for this album. And now it's the last one on the album. It's strange, and actually I just you have to know that song is the song that has not even a bit of change on it.
Really?
Since the demo.
Wow.
Yeah, I wrote this song. The story behind it that I got this thing. It's called Camper. I don't know if you play guitar. Maybe you know this is an amp. It's called Camper. And and I played that thing. I got it from a friend for just borrowed to me to try out how is it to play with this thing because it's different than tube amps and I love that. I love that it was so just killer, man. You know, the sound. And the night I got this amp, in my hands, I wrote the song. It didn't have the lyrics.
Yeah.
The lyrics I wrote in the studio.
Yeah.
Just like probably 2 hours before I was singing it. Because
Really? Wow.
Two just told me, man, you gotta write the lyrics on this song. And I was like, oh man, I know. But everything had lyrics and it was done and it was recorded. But this song not. Was the same with Prophet of Doom when we were recording Fury. But anyway, this I'm happy that you like this song and two songs that stands out for you. But some people talking about a lot about Forsaken.
Well, that's my next question actually, because I was just going to say,
right, then go.
if you hadn't written lyrics on that, on Smashing the Past, you got Forsaken, which is an incredible instrumental.
So Forsaken, actually, it was a ballad. Okay, so I wanted to write a ballad because I never had.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not your thing, is it? Really, ballads?
Yeah, not at all. but it doesn't mean I don't like them.
No, sure.
I love Metallica ballads are the top of the world. They're just the best. And like Welcome Home, Fade to Black. All these songs are like part of my life. And I thought that this is the time I need to do something. And it was done. It was I would say 70-80% down, even with lyrics. And I put myself to, okay, I'm going to sing now. And it sounded pretty good to me, but, I just listened it to again and I was like, no, that's not the time for it. Not now. And I threw the song away, deleted it even from my computer that I don't even want to go back there because I know if I don't delete it, I will go back. But the next day I was like, I don't want to drop the subject of the song.
Yeah.
And I was just like, why just not to write a song, an instrumental, but with the same, the same thoughts, the same emotions, the same feelings, but with the instruments, with the guitar, because on the guitar, I mean, I can sing better, clean on the guitar, nice tones than with my voice because I used to scream a lot. So,
yeah.
And it worked out, man. And it became in 7 minutes, and I'm like, okay. And two loved it too, and I was like, let's just do it. And I can't wait to play it live. It is not an easy song to play in live, but we already tried it in the band room, and it was an experiment too. It was just like, man, it was killer to play it.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Just a great song.
It'd be awesome to see that. So let's go back in history a little bit. I mean, what inspired you to start back in 1993? I understand you had some troubling times back then in Hungary. Did forming a band help you to stick fingers up to everyone? The ultimate outlet.
Well, to inspiring it's just one name is Metallica, man. I saw this tape, probably it's called Cliff and Mall. I saw this videotape, and it was videotape that time, No downloads, man.
Yeah, I had the VHS tape myself. I had it.
Yeah. And it was I just got it from a friend, but it wasn't original. It was just some copy some bootleg. Yeah. And I watched it, and I liked heavy music before that, and I listened to some Iron Maiden and Accept and Wasp and stuff like that. And I listened also to Metallica, of course. But when I saw this video tape, I want to do this, man. It just so, I just went so much into it. And so I started to form a band. And I was like, okay, let's find some guys. And you see, they changed. It's not, I'm the only member who, the founder, the original, but that's life, man. That's how it is. And mainly this was it. And of course, playing the guitar, go into in playing guitar and the love for music. And of course, the first success which you get, it just pushed you to do more and more and more. And I found out that probably this is the only thing that I can really do. And on my best, nothing else. I tried some other things, didn't work out.
What's the metal scene in Hungary like?
It's pretty wide, man. It's it's that you get all kinds of bands here, from rock to heavy thrash, black death metal, prog metal, whatever you want, you got them, and been pretty good quality bands. The only thing that I would say that it's just there is one big band in Hungary, a pretty big one, but they are more like punk rock, not really metal. And that's what's going on. And I think that's why I really decided back in 1999 that I want to try it breakthrough, and it worked.
Well, that was my next question. That was like, you've worked hard to get the band out of Hungary and become more of an international band. Was that difficult? I know you've got Napalm Records on your side now. That obviously helps. But how was it getting out of Hungary and becoming more international?
Pretty hard, man.
Yeah.
But when I just think back to all those times, it was pretty hard. But it's fun to think back because everything you see now and what Ektomorf reached until now, it was just hard earned with work, which was pretty hard, it's the whole thing started for the breakthrough that I had a guy. He was from Yugoslavia. He said, I'm going to be your manager, and I was like, okay, let's do it. I didn't know but he was working for Nuclear Blast that time, but they fired him for he was even not really in the office work, but more like working in the warehouse. But he said, I know some guys. And there was a Hungarian guy here, and he had a small label called Nephilim Records, and he wanted to release the band, and this Yugoslavian guy, he said, you should sing in English now. And I was like, but I don't speak English. He said, okay, we're gonna write it down for you and you sing. And this is how I sing on the album Kayak.
Wow.
And we sent it out. There was a record company called Rise Up, and they fucking loved it. I think it was a week, not longer to wait, and they called back to this manager guy, and he called me, hey man, you got a contract, you guys are on. And then we signed to this label, and we played a few shows outside of Hungary in Germany, but very small clubs. But one club was actually a night we played for 5 or 10 people, and there was a few guys from a Summer Breeze festival. Probably the festival Summer Breeze from Germany. And Achim, the main guy, he was there and he liked it, and he put us on for his festival. And we kind of felt luck, like some bigger band had to cancel. I don't know, they didn't catch the flights or something like that. And he said, I want to put you guys in this slot there. And I was like, okay. And he put us there. And even though I was not really speaking English that time, and so my manager was there, and he spoke with him and whatever, stuff like that. And then we did this show, and it turned out killer. And I'm coming up from the stage, I never forget, and there was the guys from Nuclear Blast, and they said, we want to sign you now. It was like in a movie. Like, you come off stage and there is the guys, and and my manager said, they want to sign us, they want to take us to the Nuclear Blast office, which is like, probably was 15 or 20 kilometers away, and I could not believe. Especially, like, I was like pretty drunk because we've been on the road for a few days, and not in the conditions like we do now. It was pretty different, pretty punk hardcore touring, and that was the beginning. And from there, with Nuclear Blast, it started, and now we are with Napalm, and I'm so happy because these guys are awesome.
Yeah, they're great.
All way. I'm so happy that we started this.
So coming through, obviously, you're learning English. Your English is fantastic, by the way. Do you draw your lyrics and aggression from your Hungarian background? There's a lot of troubles has been in Hungary over the years. Do you find that's where you draw your inspiration from?
My lyrics was inspired from my life.
Yeah.
And I see and I hear sometimes, people saying that how it's possible that someone always writes about something like this, what I do, and it's mainly anger and some dark things, and sometimes even hate.
Yeah.
But first of all, it not comes from my background. It comes really from the life I live, and don't think I'm not like a guy who's always depressed and sitting at home and just full of hate and stuff like that. No, it's not like that. I love to be happy.
Yeah.
I love sunshine. I have a dog. I love to walk with my dog around, but when I go to that point that I go in this mood. Yeah. And life brings it on, man, and I think for everyone, it's if someone say that, I'm always happy, that's not true. It's also like I'm not always angry, but when this comes out, I write lyrics and music about that, and this is what I can do.
Yeah,
and I never tried to write a happy song, but I don't even want to because this is not my thing.
Of course.
I love Ektomorf, and it's always about some anger and stuff like that, and the fans love it, and it's so cool because I got so much feedbacks from the fans that it helps them to get through pretty hard times in life. It might sound a cliche, but it's true, and it feels amazing for me.
I'm going to ask you this question because I know you're a massive Metallica fan. I know how much they've been an influence on you over the years. What do you think to Metallica of later years?
Well, for me, Metallica, you're right, this is really the biggest thing, and Well, they had some time when I was not really into it. I think you know what
Yeah.
the times are there, because probably most of the Metallica fans, you know.
That's it.
And even those albums, you know, Load or Reload and that Lulu album, which I was absolutely not understanding why and how.
No.
But actually, Hardwire,
Yeah.
when I heard Hardwire, I was like, they're back.
Yeah.
To me, that album is really like that. And I've been to several shows to see them, and the last was in like 2 years ago, I think, in Vienna,
Yeah.
in Austria, and I could manage it go to the front, man. I was in probably 3 steps away from James, and
Yeah.
it was so cool to see.
Yeah.
I love them, and
Yeah, same.
of course, the old stuffs are my main thing. The first 4 albums.
Yeah. I thought Death Magnetic was good though.
Yeah, it was good, but somehow, to me, that album was, you know, I love when they go to complex things, complexity, you know, like And Justice for All, like,
Yeah. I know,
that's
yeah.
complex.
Yeah.
And I felt that on the Death Magnetic, but not like on the Justice for All album, you know, somehow.
So
My favorite is Master of Puppets.
is he? Yeah, of course.
Forever.
My favourite. Absolutely. I think a lot of people's. So have you got any tours cancelled and replanned for any point? And what tracks from the new album you're looking forward to performing? I know you mentioned Forsaken, but what else?
Well, we're planning touring, and we have already set up something for 2021 October, like a European headliner tour, and okay, we will see what's going on. But I really want to play the whole album when we
Really?
go on the road,
Yeah.
because it's only 8 songs.
8 songs.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's 40 minutes, and usually we play, like, when it's a headliner show, we play from 85 to 90 minutes, even sometimes longer. So why not? I mean, not like solid the whole album right away, you know, like you want to one song go to the other, but maybe 3 songs from here and then something, or maybe, you know, we just play the whole album.
That's a
just
good idea.
like in,
I like
in
that.
one breath, you know.
I like that idea.
we did-
That's a great idea.
You like that?
Yeah, it's a great
Okay.
idea.
That's cool, man.
Yeah,
That's
I was
cool,
going to
because
I was going to say, having 15 albums, it must be really difficult putting a set list together.
Well, yeah, but on the other way, we got some songs which I know that the fans just love,
Of
and there
course.
are some songs
Yeah,
that you can't
Yeah.
you can't just leave out from the set list. For example, Outcast, I Choke, I Know Them. These songs are always have to be there. And there is some albums that I don't even want to play from there, like What Doesn't Give Me, which I just hate that album, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why we even released that, but you know, this is how it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, Reborn is the album that's probably gonna play, and maybe we just play. As it, you know, we just start the show with that, and then go to the old stuff.
Yeah, it's a great idea. And what's been your favourite tour throughout your career, whether it's supporting or headlining? What's been a standout?
To go with the band to headline.
Of the past, what's been your favourite tour that you've ever done? I know you played with Creator. Would it be that one?
Yeah, Creator, that tour, actually, that was my favorite.
Yeah.
It's because, you know, I grew up on awesome bands like Creator or Sodom, and I've been lucky enough to know all these guys and even share the stage with them. And with Creator, we pretty much shared it because we've been on a tour in 2005, and that was like 45 shows.
Wow.
Massive tour. And, you know, the first thing I saw Mila, I could not even talk. And actually, he got us on this tour because he loved the Destroy album. And it was an amazing tour on all way. I learned a lot and I had fun. And since then, Mila and me, we've been friends. But it was a killer tour with Propane, also with Children of Bottom. That was really awesome.
Great
we had
tours.
some tours with Fear Factory, but if I have to pick out one, that's the Creator tour.
Yeah.
Enemy of God. That was the tour.
Yeah. So up to now, what's your proudest moment in your career? A moment that makes you think, that's it, you know, I've made a peak that's like really big for me.
That was actually when we played in Wacken.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, it was, and we played on it's called the tour stage. Well, no, it was the black stage.
Yeah.
And we played at, you know, midday 12. And then we could not expect what's gonna. I think we were the first band that day, or the second. I'm not sure. And then we went up, and it was a sea of people. I know that, you know, most of the bands has it there, but we really got the crowd, really got them on. You know, like on my teeth and my mouth, I could feel the dust when they started to jump. It was insane, man.
I bet.
And then, you know, that was the show that I came out with one acoustic guitar play. I think Who Can I Trust? And then I just was standing there, all this sea of people, man, and they were really into it, what we did. And I was like, I really had that feeling that this is it, man.
Yeah,
you know,
that's cool.
I mean, even if I just come up from here and I don't know, but break my neck and that was it, then I made it.
That's
but,
it. That's the moment.
That was really the moment. But it's happened before too with some smaller shows. But this was really pretty much something that I always going to remember on.
Sure. And with all the years behind you, you must have a funny story for me from the studio or the road, just something to make us laugh.
There is so much, but I think that was the creator tour or the Chin Bottom. I'm not sure anymore, but we've been go to some airport, and it was about my ex-drummer, man. It was killer. We go into, the customs asking you, like, do you have some drugs with you? And of course you say no. And my drummer said, yes, right there, man, in the checking there. And they took us, all of us. Where is the support, man? Then we were gone. Because the stupid man, he just said that I have drugs. They took us over, and we've been there for a few hours. And of course we didn't have drugs. No one had drugs. He just said, and I don't know why. Oh. And we've been stuck there for hours. Not only us, also the headliner, because they had to wait for us. And I think, like I said, it was creator or Chin or Bonham. And everyone, all of them was of us. But it's not. When we look back on this, it's good to laugh of it. Yeah. But there is so many other stories. But I just picked out this one now.
That's funny. Well, Zoli, thanks so much for joining me on the show, my friend. Congrats on the awesome album, and we really hope to be seeing you on the road as soon as possible.
Thank you so much for having me, and that's what I hope the most, to be on the road and meet you, man.